All right, so fasting is the only real shortcut to weight loss. And it's not a shortcut because it reduces the time that it takes for you to lose the weight. It's a shortcut because it gives you the skills that are necessary to lose the weight consistently and like for real in a very, very short time, right? So a thing that a lot of people in the end, like when you talk about fitness industry, like influencers, everything, is that a lot of people don't seem to realize that weight loss is an extremely individualized, emotional, and personalized process, right? If I come here and I give you the perfect program, the perfect protocol, you might not lose weight. You're probably not gonna lose weight. Most people that are watching are probably not going to lose weight. Not because the thing doesn't work. Like if you actually, the person actually follows the fucking program, it does work. But you just have to look outside. You just have to look at the average person walking on the street, wherever the hell you live. It's like people are just, they know what to do. Like you have plenty of information available. You have more than enough fitness content on the internet, but people just don't do the things, right? They know what to do, but they just don't do it. And for me, that was a problem for the longest time, right? For the longest time, I tried everything I could put my hands on, and I just wasn't being able to lose weight until I finally, last year, I decided that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start fasting. And over the past year, I've lost around 30 pounds. Still a long way to go for me, but I had never achieved like such big results before, right? Is the only thing that worked for me was fasting. And not because like fasting is this specific diet that magically works in a way that no other diet does. It's like because for you to actually lose weight, you have to, I think the biggest thing is that you have to fix your relationship with food, right? Like there was a point in your life that you were not working out. Let's consider you work out right now. There was a point in your life that you were not working out. The working out was not part of your life, but there was never a point in which food was not part of your life. So the way you eat right now, especially if you struggle with weight loss, the way that you eat right now, it's not only physical, right? It's the result of all the different ideas that you had around food and different your life story, the way that you were raised. It's like, I don't know, maybe in your house, food, it doesn't mean trauma. I'm not talking about trauma. It's like maybe in your house, food was always seen as a reward. Oh, if you did well in school. Oh, if you behaved. Oh, if you did whatever. If you, I don't know, if your parents were in a good mood. Then, oh, something happened, birthday. Well, we're gonna be eating a lot of food, and you associated eating a lot of food with happiness. Or it's like, oh, happiness is when you're eating. So that's not like a bad thing. That's not trauma from your childhood. That's not childhood trauma or some shit like that. That's just the way that you were raised. Like for me, it was kind of always like that. Food in my house was always seen as the sort of reward, and not even in a bad way. I don't even think that's like I don't even think that's a completely bad thing, right? It's like sharing a meal with your family, right? As celebrating something. Food can be a reward. But the problem is that when everything else in your life starts kind of going to shit, you're going to use that as an excuse to eat more, right? And then that's why a lot of people gain a lot of weight when they're stressed, because they go for the food as a way to run away from what's happening in their life, or they use it as a form of comfort, or they use it just simply as a compulsion, right? Is this whole idea of bored eating. It's like the person's bored, so they just eat to be doing something, right? To be in contact with something. So for you to fix your relationship with food, the most important skill that you have to develop is the skill of self-analysis. And for that self-analysis to happen, you have to do two things. You have to be able to detach yourself emotionally from the food, and you also need to have the sensitivity to realize what the food's doing to you. And that's why I'm saying that fasting is a shortcut to weight loss, because when you start fasting, you're going to develop those two things really, really fast. Like imagine that you eat fast food every day. Like at some point, or that you don't sleep enough every night, at some point your body just gets used to it. You just start running at a perpetual 70% capacity rate, right? And then when you fix your schedule, when you have a full night of sleep, then you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I had no idea how bad I was. It's the same thing with food. You eat fast food every day, your body gets used to it. When you start eating clean, and then you go back and eat McDonald's, then your stomach gets fucked and you're like, holy shit, this thing was messing me up this bad and I had no idea because I was so used to it, right? So fasting allows you to create the sensitivity to first realize what things do to you, right? Let's say you have a pool and you need to fix the bottom of the pool. You're not gonna do it with the fucking water in it. You have to take out the water, fix the bottom of the pool, and then put the water back in. So fasting works kind of in the same way, right? You stop eating, and then all those feelings that you were suppressing with your food, all those ideas, all those patterns of like, oh, I had a hard day of work, that means I need to crack a beer open and have a pizza. And it's like when you pull that back and you're like, whoa, okay, what am I doing here, right? Why journaling also helps, like when you align journaling with, or meditating, or any of those kinds of like self-reflection practices with fasting, it gets very interesting because you have this mental clarity that comes with not your body not using this whole energy to digest the food, right? So you get into the state where it gets very easy to notice how things and how you've been using food for emotional needs, and how you've been how certain foods make you feel. And then you also start kind of detaching, because what happens is then when you get hungry during the fast and you decide to not eat, you gain the strength of being like, oh, I'm stronger than the food, I'm stronger than this thing, therefore I can control it, and I don't have to be a slave to my desire for food, right? So fasting allows you to create this sensitivity, which allows you to develop this ability to self-analyze and analyze yourself and how you work, and it fixes your relationship with food. Because when you do this reset in your body and you start noticing what the food feels like, then it's natural that you start craving the food that makes you feel better, and that's usually fucking healthy foods. So then when you go and you want to celebrate something, and it's like, oh man, I'm going to celebrate this thing, that's for I'm going to get a pizza. You're gonna think twice. You're gonna be like, fuck, but do I really want to get a pizza to celebrate? Maybe I'll just have, I don't know, I'll have a little some ice cream, right? A little bit of ice cream, because too much is also gonna fuck you up. Or oh, maybe I'm just gonna have like this nice steak from a place that I enjoy going to. So you start changing the way that you have this relationship with food, and that makes you lose the weight. That makes you get progress. That makes you more effective at doing it, right? And that's exactly what I saw happening over the last years. Like, and a very important point that I want to make here is that it's gonna take time, right? It's going to take time. It's what I always say this. I think I say this almost every video. Like, your whole life you were making the bad decisions. Don't expect them to be fixed right now in like a month. So it took me almost a year to actually get to the point where I was able to do everything properly and lose a significant amount of weight. Like, if you see my weight loss chart, it starts going down, and then it's this kind of like plateau-ish thing, and then this year it just goes like boom, all the way down. Just because it just took me a lot of time making mistakes and understanding those patterns. Most people quit too early. Understanding those patterns until I was finally fucking able to lose the weight. Okay? So that's what I had to say today, guys. If you never had tried fasting before, I suggest to give it a shot. My channel has a lot of content on how to start fasting. And if you're interested in a more detailed step-by-step approach, I have my community here in the description. I'll see you guys there, okay? It's free right now for the next 15 people. See you guys next time. All right, cheers. God bless.